Hey guys! Today I'm going to be showing you 7 different drawings that you can make when you're bored. Weird video, I know, right? So before you go ragging on me for making a video of drawings you can make when you're bored, I just wanted to let you know that this has been one of my most requested videos, so a lot of you fishes in the sea must be wanting this. Alrighty, these are going to be fairly simple drawings, so no matter where you are on your artistic journey, you can do these. The first one is to Google optical illusions and try to draw one. I think this is a really good exercise to study perspective because first of all, just looking at them and understanding them is one thing, but trying to replicate it and drawing it is a very challenging thing for both your mind and for hand-eye coordination and just studying shadows and kind of going against your intuition because this really tripped me up for a little bit, but man, it was like a really good drawing exercise. So I definitely recommend looking up optical illusions and trying to draw them. This one is just like a square bent in a bunch of different ways, but what way is coming at you and what way is going away? Yo, what? Yeah, it gets crazy, and believe it or not, this was one of the simpler optical illusions. They get really hard. There's a lot of really detailed ones, but I just wanted to keep it simple because, you're bored, right? You don't want to spend too much time. Alright, if you want to feel really good about yourself, I'm going to let you in a little secret. Say you're craving a food. Like me, if you know me, I really love food. I love eating, I love munching on stuff. Oreos are my absolute weakness. But say you're craving a food and it's like 3 in the morning or you just ate, you shouldn't eat. Just draw the food you're craving. Yeah, crazy, right? You can draw your food instead of eating it, and you might feel great about yourself because it's pretty much a challenge. If by the end of the drawing you still have not caved and eaten that food, boom, it's like a double victory because first of all, you finished a drawing, and second of all, you did not give in to temptation, girl. You did not eat that piece of toast. And let me tell you what, it was 3 in the morning, and I painted this piece of toast, and I did not give in. And if you want to know why I was up until 3 a.m., I found a cool show on Netflix, so, had to binge. But you could also look at this differently, and this could be torture. For instance, had I painted a donut, that would be torture because I would be staring at something far more delicious looking, and yeah, I would probably give in and maybe want to go drive to Dunkin' Donuts really late at night and get me a donut with sprinkles. Oh my goodness, that's the question of the day. What is your favorite kind of donut? Do you like the cream-filled kinds, or do they make you feel like you're suffocating? Because I really can't do the cream in the middle, but I know a lot of people love those. And raise your hand, who here still loves sprinkles on their donuts? Yeah, let me know. Ooh, or if you go to an ice cream shop, do you still request sprinkles? Because I'm 26 and I still do. Is that acceptable? Socially acceptable? Anyway, this is my piece of toast, and if you do not know what to draw and you feel a little stumped, I strongly suggest drawing different foods that you either like a lot or that you're craving. Or you could draw a food you hate and not give in to temptation. Winner! When I'm bored, sometimes I like to pick a facial feature and draw it over and over again, but in different ways. That way I learn to have variation with my portraits. So right now I'm picking eyebrows, and I'm just drawing super arched eyebrows, straight eyebrows, curved eyebrows, soft arches, super tweezed eyebrows, all sorts of different brows. And that helps me to not draw the same face all the time. I have a fear of same face syndrome with drawing, so I really like to do stuff like this, especially with mouths and noses. That's super helpful for me because I find that it is super easy to stick to the same mouth and nose, since those two facial features are the most intimidating to me, so I gravitate toward what is more comfortable. But eyebrows are also the comfort drawer kind of thing for me, so that is why I chose the brows for this drawing. And then after that, I decided to label each type, which you will see in a second. So tell me, which facial feature do you struggle with the most? For me, it is lips and noses, as I said. But if you struggle with anything, I suggest doing this. It is really helpful, guys. Seriously. Oh no, this video just got wild. This got intimidating. She busted out a ruler. I don't do that when I'm bored. No. Alright, I'm joking. You do not have to use a ruler for this, but you can see that I used a roll of washi tape to trace a bunch of circles in a straight line. What am I doing? I'm drawing the phases of the moon. I am super intrigued by the moon lately, and I actually had never memorized the phases of the moon, so I decided to do this exercise when I was bored. And it was really fun because I think it helped me appreciate the moon more and the different phases, but I also got to learn all the names. And I pulled up a web page and I got to learn some stuff, and it was just really fun all around. And I think recording my observations in my sketchbook just helps make that experience a little more special, because I can look back on this and remember the night of fun I had when I drew a bunch of stuff while being bored and I learned about the moon. So yeah, if you're into the moon and you just like outer space, I would suggest doing this. It's really easy. You don't have to put a lot of detail into it. So if you are a beginner or if you're more advanced, this is a really simple exercise. And if you worry about being able to draw a perfect circle, you can trace like the cap on a water bottle, a quarter, any sort of round object in your house will work, and it makes it 10 times easier. So I put all the names below, and voila! We have the moon phases! The fifth thing you can do when you are bored is probably one of my favorites, and I like to do this when I'm winding down after a long day because it's super stress relieving, but you literally just move your hands all around the page and do these curly Q, squiggly kind of scribbles. And I know this probably seems really stupid, like, why would you waste a page doing that? But sometimes when you're stressed, you kind of just want a way to cope with it. Or when you're bored, you just kind of want to move around so you don't get tired and then fall asleep and waste your time. So what you do is, it's kind of like a cool game actually. You just keep doing these scribbles and filling in the blankish areas until everything gets more and more detailed with all your little scribbles. There's tons and tons of loops and curly cues. You can even use more than one color if you want to. I personally like the contrast between the page and one color, but every now and then I do spice it up. So I'm just using this pink gel pen, adding all these scribbles, and by the end, I kid you not, like I feel 10 times better all the time. It is a wonderful exercise. So if you don't know what to draw, or you just want to fill a page in your sketchbook, add some color to it, maybe you're bored, you're tired, you're waiting on your doctor's appointment at the doctor's office, do one of these. It's really nice and it's always great for anxiety. Sometimes you can even challenge yourself to not lift your hand during the entire thing, but that can get crazy because this took me like 40 minutes. Anyway, this is what it looks like up close, and let me know if you've ever done this before or if you plan to try it. This is seriously one of my favorite exercises. The sixth thing you can do when you're bored is to practice hand lettering. Hand lettering is super trendy these days. A lot of people do it, especially if you do like bullet journaling or you make home decor stuff and you want to hang it on your walls. They make great gifts. For me, I feel like it's more pertinent for my sketchbook. So what I like to do is to choose a motivational quote that I really like, or just a funny saying, something, and I practice my hand lettering. I have probably said this in a couple other videos, but I like to make fonts. I'm not like amazing at it or anything, but I have a couple on the interwebs that I have sold before, so that's kind of fun and cool. So I like to make sure I practice hand lettering from time to time, even though I design most of mine digitally, so yeah. Anyway, the quote that I chose says, "Being kind is cool," because on my channel and just in life in general, I am very anti-bullying and want to make sure that every human in this world feels loved, and I just want to encourage kindness toward everybody. So yeah, I wrote this in my sketchbook because I saw this quote recently and I really, really loved it. And now I'm just adding fun little details with some marker. This is really nice because it's not incredibly time consuming and you can add as much or as little detail as you want with some flourishes and color at the end. It's all up to you, really. The seventh and final drawing idea that you can do when you're bored is to take some characters that you really like from a movie, a book, whatever you want, and cartoonify them. Unless it's from a cartoon movie or an animated movie, then you can just change the style to whatever you want. But the point of this exercise is to play with styles. So what I did is I took Harry, Ron, and Hermione from Harry Potter, of course, my babies. They're little first years right now. And I cartoonified them, and I made them really short and stumpy with giant eyes and really cute little squished faces. And I thought this was so fun to play with style. I pretty much only did outlines because I wanted to keep it simple. So, I mean, you can color stuff in if you want, but you don't really have to, because again, you're bored. These are kind of more on the end of doodles. They're not supposed to take tons of time. So yeah, I decided to omit coloring in the robes and stuff because I didn't want them to completely blend together. But I had fun cartoonifying these characters. And the cool thing about that and messing with style is you can kind of temporarily throw anatomy out the window and just see what you make. Like, you don't even need a reference. That's another way to challenge yourself with this, by the way. Take away your references and things get crazy. Anyway, I really enjoyed this exercise, and I think about once a year I draw Harry, Ron, and Hermione together. It's become a tradition for me. I don't know why, and it's always some sort of cartoon. Anyway, I hope you liked these suggestions. Let me know if you plan on trying any below, or if you've already done some of these, let me know. Alrighty, I will see you guys in another video. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.